Hey guys, it's Michael Valentino from Crusader Caravans in Campbellfield, Victoria, and today the flagship Excalibur MY25 Prince has hit the Melbourne dealership at 1457 Sydney Road. This Excalibur Prince identifies as DC 15-15-2, and we dare not assume anything else. It measures in from the tip of the A-frame to the back of the spare wheel at 9.6 metres and is a 23'7" internally measured caravan. That's our living space calculated. We have a tare mass of 2992, an ATM of 3,500 kilos, a GTM of 3249, a ball weight of 251, and a payload of a whopping 508 kilos worth of load capacity. This caravan comes with everything you could want and more. It has a 300 amp lithium battery, it has a 2000 watt Victron inverted system, DC to DC, solar included, 600 watts worth of solar, and all of the style guides, all of the cosmetic touches and ergonomic improvements that the 2025 Excalibur Princes have as standard. This thing is a standout model, it kicks butt, and it is going to be mind-blowing to anyone that walks inside this van as to what and how this thing looks for a van that is large and in charge, but also is quite small on the outside. Have a look at this thing. So welcome to the Excalibur Prince. There is so much to show you on this van, I think we're going to cap the time for YouTube. This guy behind me is a 23'7" caravan, and it is the standard flagship model for the Crusader Excalibur range. On this van behind me, there is nothing we've added to it. It's a stock standard range for the price you're going to be paying. But where to start? It's a great question. So I'm going to show you first and foremost some of the most standout features of it. We're going to have a look at the toolbox, and then I'm going to show you the cosmetic side of the van because it's breathtaking. First, have a look at this thing. So we have two toolboxes on the Excalibur range. We have 1 and 2. This thing looks pumping. Because of the cosmetic change within the actual design of the van, because it slopes through, the van looks smaller, but you're getting more value and more bang for your buck than ever. Have a look. So we have toolbox 1. We've gone ahead for the MY25s, we've upgraded the slides, we've got a tie-down strap there. This will cater for most barbecues, but specifically the demand for the MY24 Weber, the newest version, was the implementation of change here. So it allows you to be able to strap stuff up. Some people don't barbecue, some people want to be able to take an electric cooker, especially with the electrical setup in this. It depends, you can strap stuff down, you can use it. The strap is there, completely up to you. This is one side. The other side has another side of slide, and that is more so for like a generator spot or traditional smaller slide, if you will. But you can clearly tell to that of the 2024, 2025's also got some more bang to its buck. Got little drain holes in here and stuff like that for some of the warmer, humid climate. It allows you to be able to allow a bit of air through that toolbox. Especially, they're so well sealed that sort of get that little bit of a sweat sometimes, but we've gone ahead and fixed that for the MY25s. Jerry cans either side, so if you want to be able to pop on some, if you've got a diesel tank, extra waters, whatever it may be, even firewood, I've seen people have some awesome netting systems for these, so you've got those options there as well. Heaps of room here for a toolbox mountable bike rack, which is great. We have LPG gas storage on the front here. So this guy here is your LPG storage. One of the gas bottles in here looks a little bit average, but that's our test bottle. We've just been going ahead and we're going to show you what we've been testing in here. So we've got two 9-kilo gas bottles. They're on a plinth platform to be able to keep them elevated. Still a heap of storage in here. So if you want to be able to pop, your hoses, your dirty stuff you're not going into every so often, this allows for that. Obviously, you've got the new regulation gas bottles, quick valve changeover, but it keeps everything nice. The gas bottles tend to be the more ugly part of caravanning, or at least the caravans, I suppose. Necessary evil, I'm afraid. But we've gone ahead and fixed that with an LPG storage box. One awesome feature about this is these bash plates. So Crusader on the Excaliburs and some of the other more off-roady models have put these bash plates. They're a quick removable Allen key fitting that allows you to be able to take them off and change them. People ask, like, why? Why not just do a stone guard? Well, stone guards tend to impede your turning circle. So Crusader have gone ahead and they've whacked the bash plates on. It allows you, with a quick paint, Raptor coat, whatever it may be, you can tune these up and you can make them look absolutely brand new again if something comes through that stone guard, whether it be a stone stomper, rock tamers, anything like that. We have so much variety for people to choose from that Crusader have gone ahead and said, look, it's going to cost us more money. What can we do to be able to give our customers that reassurance? And towing this van over, knowing that I haven't got that impeding turning circle with some of those photographically appealing stone guards was fantastic. We've got a jockey wheel front winder on the Prince. So we're running at a 251 bore weight, effortlessly handling it there. We have Tara's towing. We have a 12-pin plug. We have a Gray Anderson for our 30 amp DC to DC Victron charger. We have our brake safe that's hardwired to the Caravan batteries. So as this pulls out, it activates Caravan brakes. That's more of a compliance concern. We have these Matador chain hooks to be able to hook our chains up. Kukunk. We have a DO35 rotative coupling. So we've got our coupling here. It allows for pivotal movement, left, right, up, down, spins around. And it allows for customers to be able to have that reassurance that as they're driving, with a 50mm ball, the difference between it really, besides obviously the rotation, the autonomous movement, whatever it is, when I'm towing at least from my personal experience, is the 50mm ball tends to, and you sort of feel it through your back literally as you're towing. It's a bit crazy to sort of think about, but first-time vanners or even experienced vanners will know exactly what I'm talking about when they hook it up. The DO35 goes like so, and as you're driving, it's rotating in itself. That's my belief, and that's my personal preference. I think DO35 is definitely a more advantageous coupling and a little bit more comfortable for towing for yourself, your partner next to you, the dog even next to you won't complain, whatever it may be. On the other side, before I just really highlight this van cosmetic on the outside, cosmetic appearance on the outside, we've got another slide like so. So you've got both slides on either side. Of course, you don't want them. Hey, you can order yours without it, whatever it may be. Some people get really weird about the slides. I don't want the slide, whatever it is. Me personally, I really like the slides, being able to pull it out to you, not have to lift that, that carry basket or whatever. But with the Prince, you've got two storage run-through boots, which will run you through as we make our way through the van. But on the front, just on the front, we've got a decorative shroud like so, mainly just for cosmetic appearance, more so to really separate the Excaliburs to that of the Musketeers. If our lovely cameraman comes around here, he'll see we've got a tap on the A-frame to be able to wash those, wash the feet, wash the plates, wash the barbecue, whatever, and we've got a tap guard protector as well there, just for a little bit of cosmetic stuff. If we stand back, the Prince is stunning. There's so much I love about this van. The roof, which is technically this section here, right from here, and if I do a little run from there all the way to here, this guy here is our monocoque-like construction. So it's a one-piece wrap. So if we take a step right back, you'll be able to see all of the whole side of the van, and it runs from that corner to the other corner. That's a 40mm XPS insulated fiberglass panel. So we've got fiberglass skin, XPS insulation. It's a non-inhabitable fiberglass and non-inhabitable insulation. So essentially when I say non-inhabitable, my sort of framing or phrase work, is it doesn't, when it has water introduced to it, it doesn't grow. It doesn't gain mass. It doesn't take that water in, doesn't soak it up, unlike a sponge, I suppose. So your Meranti construction, your stick-on foam construction, your Chinese import construction, a lot of those guys bringing stuff in, and not just obviously Chinese import, but just imported product as a whole, but just at the moment, there seems to be a lot of it. And even your aluminium construction vans, the framework's not the problem, it's all the stuff that goes inside it. It's the plywood, they stick to it, it's the foam inside the walls. This is an XPS insulated frame, so it's a 40mm insulation rating of R7. Google it, R7 insulation rating. Ask your salesperson looking at your competitor's van, what's your insulation rating? They're going to be, I don't know. R5 for the walls, right? So I've got our walls here are an R5 insulation rating. The construction of this van is unprecedented to that of the Crusaders for the 2025 range. And the reality is, if you're going around the country, these are the sort of things you really want to make sure that you're asking about on your caravan and your next Crusader. MY25, have a look at the decal of this thing. This thing is cosmetically weaponized. It is hot, it is sexy. The guys at Crusader and girls, thank you girls, have gone ahead and spent so much time, money, effort to make this thing pop, and it absolutely does. I really think looking at this, I just can't pinpoint another manufacturer that looks like this for the price, for the extras, for the position in the market, the resale value. There's so many things to bang on about, but it's just awesome. And for the first time, and I hope you can tell, I'm genuinely excited. For 5 years worth of transformation, this van is just awesome. Typically with these, I do these in one take. We've done about 20 different takes here because there's so many things I want to tell you guys about. I'm so excited about because it's 2025, it's exciting, it's fresh, it's sexy, it's vibrant, it's hot, it's your next van. Don't get too excited, I'm going to show you everything else. Have a look at this thing. Gas bayonet cooking on the outside, right near your Weber queue, right? Love that. Now, you want some storage? Yeah, we got some storage for you. This is a standard feature on our Excalibur Prince. We're going ahead. When we're building so many vans, we're not mass producing, of course, because every van's customizable, changeable, so not really at mass. We're just very quick at what we do. We have a very good automotive manufacturing facility to what we do. Manufacturer of the year for 2024. And when you're building with composite and you have the team that we have over 200 staff members at Crusader Caravans building 45 to 55 vans a week, depending on who's around and how we're going and what size vans. It means large buying scale. So what that means is we can get these things manufactured at a cost that doesn't really come across to the consumer. I got this individually priced in a black mill, and it was nearly at $1,500 to $2,000 worth of a slide and basket and stuff just for like 10 of them, right? Because Crusader are building so many of them and guaranteed supply, they're just fantastic. And especially as the demographic in these is getting a little bit older, and even some of the younger guys touring around, who wants to dive inside a boot? It all comes to you. So TV box, a 27-inch TV box. Obviously the van comes with two 27-inch TVs, but this really gives you a size appreciation. And then when you're done, pops inside. You still got a little bit of storage either side for brooms or longer equipment. Checker plate floor protection in the Excalibur Prince is standard from the MY24 to the MY25. Decal wise, if we just have a little look, you've got this little identifier up here that says Excalibur Prince. Absolutely gorgeous. It was so nice. I cannot wait to show these people this at the Caravan show. We've already had a few people sneak in, have their look at the MY25s, and the feedback on it's just fantastic. We have a massive awning on this Caravan for outside living, right? So we've got from tip to tail, massive awning. It's the biggest awning we can get. On the roof there, a little dishy up there is a Malenko aerial. So that is an omnidirectional aerial. That is the upgraded Excalibur aerial for the Excalibur MY25 range. That there, there's no need to turn it up, wind it. It just works, it just goes, it just grabs reception, wherever you happen to be, much like all of the other omnidirectional aerials. This is that slightly upgraded version of it. It really, I think it's about it adds 20 mil to the overall height above that of the aircon. But height of this guy, I believe, was about 3.1 with suspension incorporated and stuff, which is just fantastic. So let's talk about the chassis. Built on this chassis, before we get to all the fun stuff, the chassis runs all the way back to the wheels, right? So we've got all the way back to the wheels. So it's a 6-inch A-frame and then a 6-inch chassis. So where they meet, you've got almost a 12-inch substructure, which is just fantastic. The way we mount the floor to the chassis is much like a slab construction. So it sits on top of the chassis rails. We use a polyurethane adhesive. We mount them with screws through that into the chassis rail, pinning everything through. And the Sikaflex and adhesive and stuff we're using is just a massive cost, but also massive advancement. So we sent this stuff away, found out what the best adhesion method was, what the best product to use was, got some science behind it, not just a guess. Got that and made sure that what we're using is just going to absolutely last the test of time. And with the 5-year structural, with the chassis, the van construction, a 2-year factory backup warranty for, you know, your little cosmetic-y things, you're well and truly protected. So it's just awesome. So love being able to give that assurance. It's a 3mm steel, Australian steel product, 450 MPa from the team at Intelligent Engineering. They're in alliance with Crusader, so they manufacture and build the vans with the same quality assurances that we build the Caravans. They build their chassis too. Same with the roof, walls and floors, creative composites down here, everything is Australian manufactured, structurally concerning. Obviously, you know, we buy the windows from Domenic, buy the awning from Global, buy these guys here from Sandro, all those bits and pieces. But it gives you that quality assurance that we're working with local Australian suppliers that we have a relationship with, and you have that backup and reassurance that the team at Crusader Melbourne are here to be able to assist you guys in the event of questions, queries, whatever it may be. Let's move on. Excalibur MY25, we've got dual windows as a standard feature on the MY25. So we have an aluminium frame Domenic window, It is you got 3 locks on the inside there. It's got a clip to be able to put them together, unlike the magnetized plastic version of these. These are the upgraded aluminium windows from Dometic. It's a MobiCool unit. Little bit noticeably different, so like you've got a square finish on this little edge here. You've got a slightly upgraded hooking mechanism, upgraded arm mechanism. You've got the blind inside of here is an upgraded quality of blind. You can tell it's got the little clip in there, as opposed to the magnets. And the tension, I believe, is probably a different tensioning device. And I think it'll probably just be a little bit more refined. So that's across the whole MI25 range. We've got these windows. Picnic table, my favorite thing of the 2025 besides the cosmetic. Check this out. Woo, no keys, love that. Nothing more annoying, mainly for us caravan show guys, when we're going through and we have to, all the keys. This here is just, whew, love that. It is an upgraded width picnic table as well. Typically the other one stopped to about here, so you probably got another 200 mil here, which is great. Love the quick release picnic table though. As far as outside entertainment, the number one thing when people started to see these images leak for the 2025 range was our outdoor living. This thing is gorgeous. It's amazing how many Australians love their alcohol. The amount of people that have contacted us with MY24 orders and they're going, listen, I know we can't change it, no, van's coming soon. How do we get that cocktail cabinet? It is just awesome. So as you're driving, he just sits like so. We lock him away, right? And you flick it down and then you're the life of the party. So you've got 3 storage blocks here. I'm a much more of a Coke Zero drinker myself. I can't, very much a weaker sort of set of taste buds on me. So I'm very much a Coke Zero or a pineapple juice sort of guy. We'll get our glasses like so. So pop them in like there. The Crusader put lips on these to make sure you guys are secure as you're traveling. You've got your bottle storage or whatever that looks like for you. Obviously, a few different customizable options depending on what you're after. And we have a TV hook here. So we pop our TV on the outside. We've got a 12-volt cigarette, aerial, and 2 double power points up here. Obviously inverted, so if you're outside using an external like 240-volt cooker or induction or whatever it may be, you've still got that reassurance there as well. Windows for our kitchen, of course. We've got annex lights 1, 2, and 3 on the Excalibur range. We have our vents for all of obviously our heat evacuation points. The suspension, this guy is a 3.5 Tough Ride Australian-made Teco suspension. So it's on a 12-inch hub. It's Teco, you got a little orange guy there to tell you that it's a Teco. So the guys in Teco, they manufacture these guys and with all the little robots and everything up here in Victoria. We've got a 16-inch 245 wheel and tyre. This is your all-terrain tyre with a 12-inch brake. This is an off-road suspension. So this is your touring suspension for all of your corrugations or whatever you really are wanting to travel around and get up to. This guy's going to be able to handle it. Obviously up from there, if you've got a 4-ton towing vehicle, you have 4.5 or something like that, obviously we have a few options to go to that 4.5, especially with a van like this. We see a lot of people with Chevs, F-150s, upgraded Land Cruisers, upgraded Nissans, upgraded Rangers. We're seeing that 4-ton mark come into the market. We obviously wanted to introduce this with a 550 kilo payload-ish for the Excalibur range and give people that reassurance that you still have a heap of payload, but if you do want to add to that payload, you want to be able to upgrade those things, you can go to a DO45 coupling, you can go to a 6mm AE frame to give you that 4-ton compliance, 4-ton chains, and of course 4.5-ton Teco suspension, airbags, no airbags, completely up to you. We have so much to choose from, but we are workable, so we do work with you guys on that, and that is something that we discuss, we go through, we make sure we give you all the relevant information and get that just an easy process. But for us, it's an easy one, so you can take the stress out of it, we'll handle it for you. Now, the Excalibur doors. Have a look at this gorgeous little thing. This is a Kamek Invictus door. So the difference is we have a glass front, right, on the Invictus door. Exactly the same, so you lift it up like so. That separates. Handle. Unlike the Kung Kung, it goes like that, so it pulls down. That is the Invictus door. Upgraded components, so obviously these are new. You've got the center latches there, and you've got your handle. Upgraded blind as well. So it's an integrated blinds because it's got these tracks. To separate it, obviously we just go like so, and then it opens, and then, providing it's already not disconnected, Michael, it opens. One item that I've noticed that is a really special part of this, obviously the door latch is a little bit different. So they've changed the hooking mechanism just here, and they've also changed the hooking mechanism on the door as well, to be able to hook into the Caravan door. One little component that I believe is a TBA, something that will be coming, is you've got this little digital display pad here. Just waiting to hear back from the guys. I played around with it, read the brochure, can't make a heck of it. I want to make sure that we give you guys that information. But you've got this little slot here to insert power, like batteries. So it is a powered battery. Everything I've read up on these things is it's a battery hooking and powering system in there. And essentially you can lock this with a keypad. So if you happen to lose your keys, this illuminates. You can and it'll just open up. So having to lose the keys, even today one of the guys misplaced the key. Oh, how do you get in? If we had this working, functional, which is the next handover tutorial video, we'll run you guys through it. That would just be a and it is light illuminated as well as per the brochure, which is fantastic. So got these awesome radius corners, but you still got that square flush finish, which is something that I know the guys at Kamek, when I've gone through their brochure on the Invicta store, were very, very proud of. We have a Bargman handle. So the first touch of the Bargman handle, much like the standard Bargman handle, gives a white light, a blue light, and then we turn this on and we've got our step light there as well. Pop it up, pop it on. We have our Powered by Arizon sticker. The guys at Arizon and Victron have gone to the next level with us on this. They're a partnered supplier with Crusader Caravans. Obviously, we meet all the accreditation, CAD builds, all of the things that you want to make sure that all the ADRs are sorted. Rest assured, we've got that assurance. This is your secondary tunnel boot. So we've got a little bit of storage in here. Have a look at that thing. Grouse for a little bit of storage. On the other side, we've got a heap of storage at the back there as well that goes all the way through. So perfect for your long stuff, your anti-flaps, your roof rafters, whatever you need. You still have a bit of storage through it. And then obviously we just lock this door up. Electric step. Zzz. I think my sound's better. Zzz. Like that. Beautiful. Little creature comforts, but I think they make all the difference. We have panoramic windows. So the windows go from this side, on the back, on the side as well. This is the stock standard. One thing I love, hard to tell, but they've mounted the Excalibur logo on the actual window. So as you're driving, it just looks really, really flash. So little things like that, I think, make all the difference. Wireless reversing camera up there. That's a sound integrated wireless camera. So as you're parking back, you'll be like, hey, stop, you're gonna hit the Bronc. Whatever you guys are talking about. But it's a wireless camera with sound. So you've got a spare wheel holder on the back here, of course, with your 16-inch tyre. You've got a massively reinforced forearm bumper bar. So if you want to be able to pop things on here, we've kept it really flush, really fine. It's the world's most upgraded spare wheel carrier on there, standard across the MY24 range and 25 range, I do beg your pardon. We obviously have the sequential indicator lights here on the back as well, and our number plate lights. So if you want to put extra jerrys or not always suggest bikes, but you know, always get that sort of rogue question. We always like bikes on the front, but you've got that reinforcement for the forearm. In that measurement I gave you at the start, the 9.87 or whatever it may be, that's to the spare, right here, right? So if you've got a length restriction, but you can still, you know, some fence arrangements and stuff, you need to know the exact fixed. That's the bumper there. It's approximately 300, 310, 320. You know, it's 300 mil, but you've got that gapping, which is fantastic. So you can have that. You've got 300 mil, sorry, flexibility within that, which is great to know, especially if you've been able to store it at home. Have a look at this thing. We have another full through storage, so that's the opposite side there. And you've obviously got access from the top. So if you need to be able to access stuff, especially if the wine cellar on the fronts or the cocktail cabinet's not enough for you and you need a bit more, you can score the old hooch in there. We have two 110 litre fresh water. We have 110 litre grey water. Down here, we have our quick fill systems. So you plug your hose in here, you turn these valves and it sucks water into the water tanks. We have a spider cap there to be able to keep them safe. Empty points on the tanks themselves, so if you want to be able to empty the tanks. The bore weight at 251, the water tanks are at the rear, so it allows you to be able to lift those weights, especially for some of the vehicles like the Touaregs and stuff that have a limiting bore weight. Allows you to be able to lift it, and then obviously because you've got the sort of dynamic option of storage, you can go back to the front, it's really up to you, but we allow for that flexibility, which is awesome within the Excalibur Princes. If you're after something smaller than this, not as flashy as this, there's a Musketeer Empress, which is a shorter version of this little guy here. Me personally, within the Excalibur range, I really think the Excalibur if you're towing 22.5 foot, you may as well just strap up a 23'7" van and just have at it. Like, it's an extra, you're talking that. It's not enough to justify compromise on bedroom space and stuff like that. And I really think, look for the reasons to be able to, if it's in the budget, of course, look for the reasons to go for the Excalibur Prince. I think once you're driving, it really doesn't make a formative difference for towing. Have a look at this. This is new. We have a reflex instantaneous gas hot water. So this is a gas only unit. The guys here were testing this out, hence the test bottle inside the toolbox there. My team are very, very, very particular, and if they tell me this unit's good, this unit's good. So you've got servicing controls on the back of it. You've got a beautiful little overhead cupboard controller that allows you to be able to control the temperature to up to 50 degrees and stuff on that unit as well. We have an external shower there, like so. Inside there is our hot and cold water taps and our shower head, so you can just straight off. And of course, you're going to have instant water with our unit here. So you shouldn't have to open this guy up. It'll just run. You've got in your overhead cupboard, obviously that temperature control with that little panel as well. Pump on the outside, we have our pump with switchgate valves, so it allows you to pick and choose whatever water tank you're going to use at any particular time. So you can pick the forward tank, rear tank, back tank, whatever it may be, and it allows you to pick and choose what you want to use there. Mud flaps, of course, are our Crusader branding, and then obviously the suspension and chassis continues across. Little things that I love is like the Crusader little whack-on logo there. It's just little things, but I think it makes all the difference. One thing, which we've sort of jumped over, because it's hard, there's so much to go through. On the roof, we're running obviously our Ibis, not an Ibis, sorry, it's Ibis 5, FJ7 Pro Dometic air conditioner, so it's an inverter air conditioner, but there's an extra window here. We've got window, 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 window. This window here, where the TV position is above the prep lounge, has been probably the biggest request I think people have been asking for. Crusader have adjusted stuff with obviously getting that refined 2025 range, and now there's so many windows, you couldn't ask for another one. I mean, I'm sure we'll have the request, but I'd be very interested to see where you'd like us to put it. There is windows everywhere. Grey water tank, just forward of the axles here. We have our grey water bypass valve as standard on the MY 2025 range. And we have inside this little juicy box just here. As you can see, it's well protected, well high. No one can get in there, no one can play. You've got a lock here at the front for a padlock. That is our 300 amp lithium battery. So that's running through with the Victron system. That is a power crank 300 amp lithium running with a 2000 watt inverter and your 3 200 watt solar panels. So a heap of power, but means nothing if you can't see what's going on. So lucky we've got a grouse Victron system in here that you're gonna love. You can see every inch of power. Our toilet is a CTS 4110. It has a cassette, it's removable, it has a little handle, you can walk with him, take it to the shops, whatever you like. Typically, I'll be handballing that to the husbands. Husbands, if you're listening, I didn't say that, of course. So we have bedroom windows, dual across, that continues across from the other side. We have an ensuite window as well, so again, letting that natural light. We've got a heap of roof hatches as well as fan ventilation as well in those areas, and a heap of 12 volt Safety Dave MY25 fan system as well in the bedroom. So you've got that fan and that ventilation and circulation of air. This is our secondary tunnel boot. So secondary tunnel boot, again, checker plate protected. We have our little ripper jack. We have our jack winder, our wheel brace. That's that pull-out storage container there. On the side here, hard to see, but we've got our short man stick for the awning. But again, heaps of room for storage. It doesn't mean, a lot of people have this real adverse opinion. Oh yeah, more stuff you just chuck in the van. It's not that. It's just, I mean, why do you have a filing cabinet at home and not have it without dividers in there? The idea is that you can isolate and put stuff in the van and separate and segregate different areas to what you want to be able to use with the Caravan. There's no point in having a tunnel route full of stuff if you then have to climb into the center to be able to get it. If you've got all these options of storage, it means that you can actually start putting your stuff into designated areas, so when you need it, you quickly pull it out. It's like having one folder on a computer, a waste of time. If you have a folder and a folder and a folder and a folder, how organized is that? This is our mains power. So we plug this guy in with a 15 amp in, of course, and we have our circuit breakers on the outside. So obviously all of the electricians, all of the plumbers from day to day with Crusader are the same people in and out. Same people doing the gas, same people doing the water, same people doing the plumbing, same guy that worked there. G'day Shano. Shano with us has been forever with Crusader. Tulio, the electrician, forever. Like, these people are the same people. We're not using, we're not using random contractors coming in. One day it's Joel, one day it's Tammy, one day it's Twan, one day it's Sam. And they go, what'd you do in that van? He goes, oh man, I don't know, they're all about the same. A ridiculous premise of installation. This is a flagship van. This is the top tier quality you can expect from a Crusader composite XPS fiberglass constructed caravan. Manufacturer of the year, RV master product. It is an RV map accredited caravan. You cannot go to a higher tier of compliance or construction. We have our own in-house electricians. We have our own in-house plumbings. We have our own affiliation and consistent quality assurance programs that we fall into our own guidelines as implemented with all of these accredited bodies such as RV Map, the CIA of Vic. We have the RV Master program. We have our in-chassis mob as well, our suspension guys. We've spent time, effort, and your feedback as well to make this product elevate to that next level. There's no point in settling for something else, especially if you're looking for something that is that next tier of caravan. Gas cars, wouldn't buy one today. Why would you buy a timber caravan your dad's dad owns? The reality is the network and the product is changing. Composite, ask your insurance company, would you prefer we buy a caravan of composite or timber? Or aluminium even for that matter, stuck with plywood? They're gonna tell you, they give you a 10% if it's a major insurance like RACV or CIL. They accredit 10% to your premium as a result of the way this van's constructed. What insurance company's handing back money if not for a better quality product that they get governance of? Ask them, see what they think. 40 mil roof, 40 mil floor. I just love it. But if you think the outside's a hammering, cosmetic, hot, sexy, awesome beast of a van, you are gonna love the inside because it's finessed, finished, and gorgeous. I'll meet you inside and we can keep going. Already in here. Couldn't wait. This is our Excalibur Prince. The Excalibur Prince, although just awesome, and some of the features you're going to see in this are just fantastic. Little things that the team at Crusader have refined. It has a rear club lounge. That's what makes the Excalibur Prince. I think you'll notice in the market of caravans, if you go to a 23-foot plus caravan, there's all these guys trying to shrink them. And the number one question, oh, do you guys make a smaller one? Whether it be, they're a bit mindful of, oh, the caravan parks are shrinking. I've never met anyone with an Excalibur Prince. I've built bigger Excalibur Princes for people as well. Never had a problem getting to a caravan park. Providing they actually provide the correct measurements, all right, you might not be front and center. Why would you want to be? You've spent all this money for a van that has the ability to be able to run independently. All right, you still got power, you still got water, you still got whatever you need. But the reality is why would you want to be with all the kids riding bikes and running through your site and stuff like that? They might put you in a different area, but hey, I think that's not a negative thing at all. I think it's just a different perspective. Talking about different perspectives, get a look of the upholstery and the finish. So the Crusader girls have absolutely nailed it with our team at RV Upholstery. This upholstery is an absolute game changer for us. The comfortability of this is just awesome. Sitting here, I am super comfortable. It allows me to be able to, just lounge back. And what they've gone ahead and done is these sort of patterns and stuff are an exclusive to the Crusader range. So it means that, all right, what it really means is we're a bit special. And I think that with the arrangements in this van, the dressings of this van, the extra storage you get in this van, I think that people are just going to run to the gate. It is just awesome. We have a little ledge here, which I actually really enjoy. So whether it be, or for whatever reason it may be, you've got this little ledge here. For me, this is going to be a cup of tea ledge. I've got these at home a little bit behind our couch, and this is often where we're just popping teas. Typically without a coaster, which will get me yelled at, but strong man. We have windows. Block out, pull down. We have 3-click opening windows. 1, 2, and 3, and back in. And then one of the really cool features, which a lot of people don't realize, which I remembered the other morning in the shower, these windows have a special feature about them. So these windows actually have a ventilation mode, but it's still a security mode. Inside the window, there's a little gap. like so, in the left and rights. And then what you can do is, like so, and it allows for a little bit of ventilation, a little bit of airflow on these windows. And you have that security. The other sort of, the plastic frame windows, the ones with the spinny knobs and stuff on them, they don't have that option because you can lock them off. But it's only held in with the gripper knob. There's no physical lock to it, whereas these offer those physical locks. Rear window obviously has a rear window shade to it as well. Now, with this little ledge that I mentioned, you've got double power points and stuff either side, and you also have a reading light. The reading lights have USBs at the top of them, and what you can do is you can plug your phone in here and just leave it charging just there. Because the van's fully composite, nothing goes mounted to the sidewalls, everything to the cabinetry, which is probably one of the biggest issues with people trying to manufacture in composite vans, trying to run their wires. It took us 5 years worth of evolution to be able to get to this point, and it's so well refined. One thing I love is because of the body shape of the van, the back wall comes up and it looks like this whole thing's, it makes the van look smaller externally, but still inside you still get all that living space of a 23'7". So that 23'7" is his internal living space. That is back wall to bedhead, and that gives you so much room and so much freedom within this environment to be able to live in. It's a box on wheels at the end of the day. You're breathing in each other's space, and I think having that room is so critical. We have cupboards that go all the way across the Caravan. So if you pop this way, you'll see we've got cupboards all the way across. Reinforced hinges, we've got gas struts as well at the top, right? And we have cupboard. We've got a heap of cupboards all the way through. Those cupboards go all the way. The only one that is taken up is where the electrical cupboard, and when we get to that, I'll run you through it, and you'll see why it's good that it's taken up. This table, wherever our lovely little handle is, does the old spin a win, right? It's a black table leg in the MY25s. I think it really accents it. One thing that I think really makes this van stand out to me is this little spot just here, right? This is an armrest. No Caravan in 2025 is giving you an armrest. And you think it's not that big a deal, but that little lift just there makes my experience in this van and comfortable experience in this van so much better. If you're optioning up these to a footrest, you can do it, pop it off the side. I think though in this, if you're lounging across here, or you're lounging across there, depends if you're a tall man, short lady, big lady, whatever it is, it gives you flexibility. This little guy here, you're thinking, ooh, what's this? Well, this is my magazine holder. So you can pop a little magazine in there, pull him out, and then pop him away. So that's a little magazine pocket there, or whatever you decide to pop in there. Phones, whatever it may be. So you've got that guy there. Upon the van's entry, we have this little beautiful cupboard like so. Have a look at that. So that's our little cupboard in there with storage. You'll notice as well, lips. We love lips at Crusader with our cupboards. So to make sure nothing pops out on these little new ones. We've got a main isolator switch just here, which is a little white switch. We've got an electric step switch. We have a handle upon entry. And we have our wireless light switches as well. So these guys just pop off. You can just, like above the lounge here, I'm controlling the kitchen lighting as well as the hatch as well. So just click, 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 nice and easy, all labeled up so you know what's going on. One of my favorite things about the MY25 is just the areas of storage that you get given compared to that of what you had in the MY24. So little things, like we got a little key spot just up here. The director of Crusader Caravans, Mr. Sergio Valentino. Hi, Dad. When we bought these out, he was really big on the keys. I think he just loses his keys. I don't think he even has a set of keys, to be honest, except for maybe the car, maybe the factory. And he pops the keys up in here, especially with his van when he built it, his little van that he tours through, and does his little testing in. I know having someone to be able to pop the keys, it's not a hook that does the marks all the cabinets and stuff. This allows you to just keep your keys tucked away and hidden. These little silver dots just here are our strip lighting controls. So if you give them a little light press, it turns on all of our strip lighting underneath here, or our strip lighting at the top. So it gives you dynamic control. You can put the top, you can put the bottom, you can put whatever you like. At home, at most nights, it's just strip lighting underneath TV cabinets and stuff. And that's enough sort of lighting without getting that overhead light. There's a heap of light in this van. Beautiful the way it's presented. It's just stunning. But sometimes it's a little bit overbearing with the mass of lights. So having the flexibility to be able to put under cabinet, over cabinet, one above the hatch, turn the hatch off with the switch, whatever it may be, you still have that flexibility and options. Kitchen. Whew. 1, 2 gas burner, 1 induction cooktop, right? This is a standard. So we have a Thetford induction cooktop. We've got 2 gas burners and we have 1 induction. We have a beautiful white sink. So this is like a stone sink. These come in black as well for the Excalibur range. In the Musketeers and whatnot, flexibility upon color doesn't cost any different. However, if we go to a stone version of the white in something like a gold or rose gold, I should say, sorry, it does cost a little bit more. But in these colors, no charge because you've bought the best. How? We have our Thetford oven. Love this. I took my daughter to the factory when they were building these, just have a bit of a squeeze, and she certainly enjoyed playing with it. So if she enjoyed it, you'll enjoy it. That's the math. Oven, independent cooktop. So these are not related, so independent. And drawer. Ooh, that's not bad at all. Love that. So this is our pull-out drawer. The handles are a trigger lock handle. So these are a premium handle. The great thing about having soft close is, see the pull, right? So we got, right? So it's not just gonna roll through. These are completely different. So these are a brand new mechanism for us. It's a soft close drawer. So all the Crusaders use a soft close drawer now. And it just means that it gives you that improved feeling as you're using the Caravan. Also means that the drawers are far less likely to cause headaches for you, and that trigger lock, I think, makes that big difference. It also means that it's just absolutely stunning as well. These handles are, we've used the same stuff for a very long time, and these are that next step, next evolution for us as well within the product construction. 1 drawer, 2 drawer, another drawer, right? It's not a great deal, but it's better than a flap like these other guys are giving you. Drawer, and drawer, and 1 more, drawer. Cutlery drawer up the top, right? We have dual remotes for our TVs, all of our paperwork and everything in our owner's handbook, and cocoon. Cool thing with these handles is because the drawer mechanisms aren't likely to just pop open on you, if you want to be able to use the Caravan and not have to keep doing that, there's no reason why you can't just do that and just leave these things out. Like, once you press it in, everything actually goes back to where it needs to be. But it just means you've got drawers, 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 drawers. Girls, girls, girls. Motley crew. We have tap, brand new gooseneck hardware. Love that. Love the big window. Love being able to peep out, see what everyone's up to. In our kitchen, we have PowerPoint. We have a Finch cooktop and range hood as well, obviously for our cooking facilities. We have a deluxe Swift microwave. This guy has a plate inside. The reason we've gone for this particular unit is because the guys at Swift built an upgraded unit with the plating system. I think that with the options you've got here, whether it be popcorn, baked potato, pizza setting, beverage setting, whatever it is, the guys at Swift have really nailed that, and we support the Swift group massively with what we do. So we've put the premium microwave in our premium product. Overhead cupboards all the way across, of course. PowerPoint for our microwave. Everything says multiple supply. That is for the multiple supply PowerPoints. Obviously for inverters. So that's all of our cabinetry and wiring in there. These hinges are our brand new hinges. So these hinges have a rubber grommet press-in fixing point. So it's not just a deploy. So we've gone for an upgraded hinge on the product. It allows us to be able to control the pivot. It allows you to move the door. The piano hinges, unfortunately, when we're using them, you don't get that pivot, you don't get that movement. Once the door's on, it's on. Our guys put it straight, everything's CNC made, but we need to be able to get to that next level of refinement where people want that 2mm, 3mm gap. Do they want to be able to have that adjustment? I have not had a single warranty myself involved with these hinges at all with our CRVs, and these vans go everywhere. There are $100,000+ vans sometimes with our Hurricanes. There's some of the lighter models like the CRV Gladiators, little 14-footers. These have been across these for the last 12 to 18 months, and these things are awesome. Providing you the right hinges, the handles, the everything, and the staff testing and making sure these things are right, these things are fantastic. So heap of storage across here. All of our plumbing in our premium works as well as our standard. Obviously has all smell traps through the shower, the basin, they're everywhere. And this is all PVC. So again, all the same plumbers, all the same finishes and fixtures. Love this. 274 litre Thetford compressor fridge. This guy's a Thetford. We've gone for a Thetford product across some of our range in our cooktops, in our ovens, and our fridges. Thetford have spent a lot of time, a lot of R&D, a lot of evolution, a lot of change, and this absolutely shows. So you can clearly see from this 274 litres, you've got glass shelving, you've got lips on everything, you've got crisper drawers, left and right, vegetables, fruit. You've got a massive freezer for all the fish you're going to catch out on the road or bread you want to take, whatever it may be. All these door shelvings as well. And all the controls are so easy. So it's got 5 temperature controls. You can change the freezer, the fridge. You can edit the temperatures for the individual settings. And it means that, you know, if you can drop it back, drop it down, whereas the competitor's product, like the Dometic stuff, it's just one setting for everything. It's cold or it's cold. Draw, 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 draw. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right. Pantry. You got the gripper catch on that. This is a shelved basket pantry. That's within all the Excalibur range. Ka-kunk, 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 ka-kunk. And underneath our fridge, a drawer. So across this whole area, although I've got to test that one, I believe we've got full drawers. Nah, we have one flap. And that flap is because we have a tap, we have an external kitchen, external shower at that point as well, and it allows for us to be able to put all of our hookup points. And a flap also, because of a wheel arch, a little bit harder that one. But you've got 2 flaps out of a van that normally, conventionally would have about 6. So can't complain with that. Drawers, drawers, drawers. Right. As you can see, there's so much storage in this. Again, flexibility of control. It's a 4 kilo Kamek front load washing machine. You're never going to have any issues as far as your actual washer. When you pop this on, this whole screen lights up and illuminates, and it's got all touch controls there. We've got a preparation area, fantastic for a coffee machine. Nespresso, please sponsor me. I drink about 100 of you a day, as you can tell from the energy I'm emitting. It's either that or the ADD, either way. We have a 27-inch smart TV, so that's all your Netflix controls and everything like that. Stand, KO, all of that. Just a quick and easy hookup. My guys Velcro these up, so when we take them to van shows, don't have to take them down. All of our hookups for those are underneath here, and we've actually got a USB point in that as well. So the guys, when they put these on, have got a USB fitting on the TV input. Allows power control and stuff like that for some of like the Amazon Fire Sticks. Not you should need it, smart TV. So team at Majestic, fantastic job. This is my favorite cupboard. This is our control cupboard. So we've got an aircon remote, camera control switch for our wireless camera. That little guy here is our instantaneous hot water, so you can go up and down. When you turn him on, he goes priority. That's just saying that like it's prioritizing that one particular unit. It is an instantaneous unit, so the flow rate and stuff like that, it varies with a gate switch at the back of it. But these are awesome little units. So these are a new introduction for the Crusader Caravans range within the Excalibur range. It's an instantaneous unit, and they've got our support. Love it. Sphere lighting module, AC. That is our aircon remote. Radio, finally, someone's listening to me at the factory. So we nicked off the radio in the van, no speakers inside the van, no speakers on the outside. People still want the radio, that's fine, I hear you loud and clear, I'm more of a Spotify guy myself. So this little guy here has an aerial across the back. Oop, my guys Velcro this in to make sure when we take him to the caravan show, no one nicks him. It's got a little aerial across the back. That little aerial there comes out size of my leg. It's really long. To be able to pick up the digital channels. Sound out of it is spot on. So, want to eat outside to be able to have some entertainment outside, and we'll have some morning breakfast. Great, pop the radio outside. Want to come inside and have a bit of a dance party? Ripper. Want to pop it in the bedroom and have a little bit of ambiance? Hey, that's cool too. We don't judge here. It allows flexibility, allows Bluetooth control, allows you to hook Spotify up, allows you to be able to just use it wherever you want. What's the point in having it if a Bluetooth radio in the van if you can't take it to the beach? It's 2024. Got to start thinking outside the box. So 2025 Excalibur Prince, JBL speaker standard with a Bluetooth control and radio antenna. This guy behind it's Velcroed in, hard to tell you, but it's our solar input protection device as per the new compliance measures for November 2023. Batteries outside, electrical compliance changes such as solar input and individual fuses. Massive things to consider when you're buying a van. If you're buying a van, got to make sure you've got your electrical certificate, it complies with all ADRs, you've got your plumbing certificate. These are things that I speak to people and they're like, oh yeah, still waiting on that gas certificate. Still waiting on a gas certificate. What did you buy? What are you talking about? How do you know it's legal? What if the thing blows up? What happens to your insurance? Ask these questions. You wouldn't think you have to, but you need to ask them. Buy from an accredited body. Buy from an RV master. Buy from Michael Valentino or Crusader Caravans in Melbourne. Just pick up the phone. Now, love this. Stay there, cameraman. Little things. Sliding door, wall paneling. We want to make sure everything's uniform. Check out the color. Whew. It's all one. The girls and guys have spent time being able to speak with our suppliers and get matching. When you're sitting in there, what's the point of looking at a boring white wall? Now it actually looks uniform, which is fantastic. So again, just little things. They're not massive things, but they're massive things because it shows that they care. If they're willing to show you this, what are they willing to be able to show you in the walls and the roof and the floor and all of that? We just care. Whew, come with me. I'll jump in here. We have a toilet. This is a ceramic toilet from the team at Dometic. This is CTS 4110. Flush shows you when it's full, all that sort of stuff. Typically, we've used these for ages, stuck with them, love them. Drawer, cupboard, and another cupboard, like so. All PVC waste, of course. It's all watermarked, hot water lines, smell traps there. No one wants to be smelling the grey water tank in the ensuite. We have a beautiful basin. Love this. Love the changes. Love the tapware. Tapware is gorgeous. Massive splashback in here, so you've still got a heap of splashback to make sure you easily protect. This is one of our matte square finish bench tops. And my favourite thing, have a look. Shaving cabinets with lips. Love that. And a PowerPoint to be able to pop your toothbrush and stuff. In the Prince previously, there was no shaving cabinet. Now there is. Love this. It's all mirrored. It's all finished off. It's all, have a look at the corking of this thing. Like it's just little things like that. Like no one's doing. It's just jamming up, stick a bit of plastic in there. It's old, refined, finished stuff that makes a difference. It makes you, when you're parting with that money, really makes you go, you know what? Like I feel confident. These guys care. I feel like they're going to be there if we need them. And we are. Just give us a call. Always happy to help. Our sliding door. So that blocks the area. So you have complete isolation from one another. Oh, clearly I didn't press him properly. And you've got hanger handle, toilet roll holder, and lock, like so. Yeah, needed to come up a little bit more. Would have made it heaps better, Michael. A little bit smoother. Press lock on the floor, window in the ensuite. We have a fan above the toilet to be able to suck air in, put air out, whatever it is. It's very, very good. And then in our shower, glass shower door, so we're not using, there's no perspex or anything like that. Yeah, a bit heavier, but it means that it's actually going to last. Shower head. If you're tall, we use an 80-inch ceiling height inside of our caravans. I am not tall. Although if anyone can edit this video and make me look tall, that'd be awesome. People ask all the time, they go, oh, Michael, you know, Jerry's 6'4". And I said, well, Jerry, I'm not, so please stop bragging. Shower head. You can go to the highest point, and it's a one-piece fiberglass cubicle in here. I believe these are blown and manufactured in Australia. It's a fiberglass unit. Protecting the shower floor here to be able to make sure that when you buy it, no one's been tap dancing in here. Little things, makes all the difference. Beautiful tapware spot for the soap, right? Love the refinement, love the finish, love the fact that we can go all the way up. Love the fact that I have input air, output air, be able to just wind him up, get a little bit of heat or a little bit of air evacuation, in here, and he comes all the way down. Again, corking is just awesome. It's less ingress points. Shower doors are from a shower door manufacturer, so we don't, we're actually specializing in people we specialize to do these things working with us. And I really don't think you'll find a better make, finish, fixture within the Crusaders, within the caravan market, that don't spend this sort of money. A lot of these people stick alu panel sheeting and custom make their shower. 15 joins in the thing, and then when it gets into your wall frame, you're thinking, oh, I was worried about outside leaks, not inside leaks. Little things, big difference. And last but not least, the pièce de résistance. This is the Excalibur Prince bedroom. This is where the magic happens. So, why magic, do you ask? Well, we're about to, no. Let me just show you underneath the bed. It's not one of those videos. This is our multi-plus inverter charger. It's 2000 watt inverter charger. It is an 80 amp charger, so this can input up to 80 amps into the batteries. It has a remote control sequence, which we're going to show on the way out. We have a 50 amp MPPT solar controller from the team at Victron. We have a smart DC to DC charger. We have a non-essential fuse bank. We have an essential fuse bank. We have everything labeled. We have a diagram here telling you what these things actually do. We have this thing here, which is our battery protector isolation switch that I'm going to show you as we leave. And we have this beautiful Serbo GX that allows us to be able to monitor that via an LCD panel at the front that shows you ins and outs. Some beautifully thick cable as well. That we use to run our inverted system. These are manufactured by the guys at Caravan with the team at Victron. So I always like to say it's built by Caravan, powered by Victron, supported by Caravan. What's special about Caravan? Well, Angus, hello Angus. the guys there at Arizon, Mr. Angus, have the capacity to be able to jump into this system and actually see what's going on. Imagine sitting there thinking, the amount of troubleshooting that we can do with these things, because it's technology at the end of the day. How many times have you had to hard reset your phone? Things do stumble sometimes. Very little with the Victron, and we've partnered with them across our whole range of Crusaders. But these little differences make all the difference to you, because you know that in the event of me going, look, I just don't know, like I thought I knew, but I just don't know, haven't been challenged just yet, managed to sort out most things. These guys can jump into it and actually see power fluctuations, see if everything's good, see if you're actually getting the amount of solar you think you're supposed to be getting. We test all that stuff, but a lot of stuff changes in that 12 months, 18 months, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years. And these guys can actually just jump in and see it. The cool thing is you have autonomy of control. You got Bluetooth apps for these via Bluetooth shunt. These things make the difference. We've got ventilation left and right through our vents and a heap of storage. So the things I know Crusader are working on for some of the vans are like protection for those little areas, so you can cover those areas and still store stuff up to them, because it doesn't need a heap of breathing, because obviously you've got those ventilation points. Hat's not included. We have Safety Dave fans either side of our beds. We have reading lights. We have a remote control switch. Again, Bluetooth portable. You can move the thing wherever you like. Don't stress about, oh, it's Bluetooth, what happens? I haven't genuinely not have a failed unit. Like, these things are fantastic. Don't have to worry about it. Been using them for 3-4 years almost. Awesome. You can pair them up to singular remotes, all that sort of stuff. You don't have to stress. Let us stress. Robes, like so. We have a little pop-out panel. Inside here is like a little hidey hole. That's great for like iPads, cup of tea, sleep apneas, whatever it is. You got USB-C, you got USB-A, you got 240-volt power points. Everything's covered. Heap of charging. Don't have to worry about the charging. Samsung, Apple, Pixel, whatever it may be. Whatever your poison is, you've got it. And we're covered as far as charging. We have our reading lights either side with USBs, of course, for extra USBs. We have that strip lighting that runs across the bed head. It's stunning. Absolutely stunning. I cannot wait to see people's reaction to these things, because they're just awesome. As far as light, we have a heap to love about this van. Got a roof hatch. It's like 700 by 500. It's got block out. It's got fly screens. We've got, again, 1 and 2. Why do we have the double windows? Well, here in Melbourne, where it's absolutely just raining down right now, we don't have to worry about this. But if you're in Queensland, Queenslanders love this stuff. If you're up north, Western Australians love this stuff. We have blocked this out. No peeping toms. Still covered here. We're all cool. Naked, half down. All cool. No one's seeing nothing. Maybe you want them to. Open it up. That's up to you. Again, I don't judge. Whatever you guys are up to. Fly screen down, you can open up the window. So you still have ventilation at the top, block out at the bottom. No one's like, they'd have to get a step ladder to see what's going on. And at that point, I take it as a compliment. You know? Again, it's all open. And it allows you guys to be able to have control of airflow, and it allows you to be able to really control whatever environment you happen to find yourselves in. Above our head, we have a scupper vents. These are as old as the Trojans. The idea behind this is as you drive, the air, positive air, comes into that and then pushes air out of the Caravan, or flows out of the Caravan, stopping air coming into the Caravan. So I like to say it sucks air in, pushes air out. Pretty straightforward, not technically correct. It's just passive, but does the trick. Trojan's horse. I'm fairly certain it was on the Trojan horse. It's been around forever. Last but not least, entertainment. We have a TV in our bedroom. It's a 27-incher, same sort of thing. Again, you lock him up. How cool is that? There's nothing more comfy than laying in a 6'2" queen bed mattress, watching your TV, smashing some Netflix, watching the next season of You. You are well and truly covered as far as entertainment, airflow, a bit warm, pop your fans on. You got remote controls for the fans as well to be able to pop them on in case you want to do a one-hit wonder and pop it all on. It allows you to be able to control all elements of your van, because it's your van. You do whatever you want with it. If it's something you want that's not in this van, hey, we'll do it. No stress at all. You just come, you sit with us, we'll work through it. And last but not least, I want to show you my favorite thing about what's under the bed, but it's not under the bed, it's up by the door. So we'll just have a look at that little Victron system before we leave, so you know what sort of power system and what you're covered with power-wise just over here. Up by the door, keeping in mind you've got Bluetooth controls here. This here is our Victron energy screen, right? It allows you to control your pump. And it also allows you to be able to see what's going on. So when the inverter's on, you'll be able to see what passive power you have on in the van, what you're using. To turn the inverter on, it is a matter of pressing this guy. So if we turn AC on, it'll load up that little bar at the bottom, and it will then, I just heard it click over, and you just heard the aircon go, I'm sure, through the mics. Oh, look at this thing now, right? If we go over here, AC load is 27 watts, so it's standby 27 watts. If I start running the microwave, you're going to see an instant spike of power, and you're going to be able to track that. It's going to tell you wattage. It's going to tell you you're losing 15.7 amps, you're using 161 watts. Panel voltage, we're underneath the canopy and it's flooding down with rain, so not going to see anything there. 13 volt, 57%. All these things. On the other apps, it's going to show you on your phone, time remaining by its calculation. It's going to give you peace of mind, which is the biggest thing and the biggest takeaway from the Crusader range is peace of mind. The fact that we've done the research and we've done the development. It's 5 years worth of effort, compliance, comfortability. These things make us comfortable, that you're comfortable. There's really nothing I think you can add to this van. If you want to be able to pop in, the latest and greatest electrical system, I think we've nailed it. I think we've got it. Depends what you're after. Everyone's so different. Everyone's from different walks of life. Whether you're an electrical contractor, you're a tramline worker, you're a teacher, you're an accountant, you like to busk in the city, whatever. Everyone has a different need, different desire, and we offer the customization and specialty work to be able to make sure you get what you want. Yes, we want to sell you a caravan, but it's about working with you to make sure that you guys are comfortable, you guys are set, and you guys know that we are here to be able to work through any issue, any problem, anything you have concerns with. We want to make this van your van. If you want to find out how to do that, I would love to help. You can send me an email, tell me I talk too quick, tell me to run off with you in a caravan, tell me, Michael, your hairline's looking a little bit further back since the last videos you did in 5 years. That's okay too. I'm happy to hear the feedback. You can email us at hello@crusadermelbourne.com. You can head to our website, www.crusadercaravansmelbourne.com.au. You can give us a call and speak to myself, my team, my beautiful staff at 9359 2938 03 for the area code. Or alternatively, you can like and subscribe, find out the next video. Thank you for watching. Thank you for putting your trust in Crusader. We look forward to seeing you at the next caravan show. I look forward to doing your handover. I look forward to 2025. We're coming hard, we're coming fast, and I think that you're gonna love it. Thank you so much, guys. See you soon.
Thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed this video, please feel free to check out more from Crusader Caravans Melbourne. We have plenty of tutorial videos, product highlights, and walkthrough videos for your next new Crusader Caravan. Thanks so much. Hit subscribe, push the notification bell so you stay up to date with all of our latest content. Thanks so much and happy caravanning.